Hello and welcome everybody to another standard video here. We're playing for Rite of Oblivion 1 standard, and this time I gotta give credit to Ironic Velvet, who has been posting and posting this deck on Twitter and sharing it and championing it on the ladder. I even got to play it against this deck already with Esper Legends. Maybe you saw that in the previous video. Yeah, MARDU tokens it is, built around the new mythic from the new set Mondrak, Glory Dominus. Whenever a token gets created, you get another one. And for 1 mana and sacrificing 2 artifacts or 2 tokens, two creatures, you can put an indestructible counter on Mondrak. Indestructible counter stays. It's not like a shield counter that goes away. So this thing will be indestructible forever, which is a huge pain for, you know, a lot of the black decks, green, red decks, whatever it may be. Indestructible is quite strong. And you might ask how we get that mana going to put this thing into play on turn 4 and have the treasure. Well, our treasure makers are there for that. Fable can attack, make a treasure, then we can drop the 4-drop on turn 4, have the treasure up to sacrifice 2 things, give this indestructible. Or we can maybe trade off a Requisitioner earlier on in the game and get a treasure that way. So that's our little ramp effect to speed this thing up. And yeah, otherwise, I mean, this deck is packed full with the best token makers. Fable and Wedding Announcement, yeah, I mean, those are just maybe the 2 best cards in Standard still, and we play them both. They both synergize greatly with Mondrak, so that's already a nice incentive to play this deck. I mean, if you play a synergy deck, and your cards are already fantastic on their own, like Wedding Announcement and Fable, it makes it easy to justify playing a card like Mondrak that maybe on its own isn't that good, but if all the surrounding pieces are just fine, or some of them are really, really strong, like with these 2, then hey, more incentive to try this. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah. Otherwise, we got a couple of Resolute Reinforcements, a couple of Skrelv Hive, just to produce some more tokens. There's a split on this, which is interesting. I guess Skrelv Hive is a bit awkward because it is a pain producer. It's gonna be difficult to get toxic, corrupted free online here, like free poison counters. It's gonna be difficult in this deck. We don't have other toxic creatures really. So this is nice against someone who doesn't attack your life total, but against someone who does, this could get a bit dicey. So I guess just 2 copies. And then 2 Resolute Reinforcements, just immediate impact tokens that we can also sacrifice into Ob Nixilis. Interesting choice there. Again, I mostly copied the deck list. I made some changes, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But yeah, this here in the early stuff, I didn't change anything. We have go for the first removal, cut down as removal, Rite of Oblivion is fantastic with all the tokens lying around. Requisitioner we can sack into Ob Nixilis. And yeah, we also do get double treasure tokens with Mondrak, which is pretty nice, especially with the Goblin attacking here on the Fable. And yeah, Ob Nixilis will... I'm pretty sure you get double the tokens with, I mean, you get double the devil tokens, but you should also get double the Ob Nixilis tokens with the Mondrak. It just says any tokens. I remember though that I played against this deck. They had Mondrak in play. They played Ob Nixilis, sacrificed a creature, and they didn't get 2 tokens. So like 3 Ob Nixilis in total, which just was surprising. I don't know. Maybe there was something else going on there, but I think it works like that you also do get double Ob Nixilis tokens. That's why it's in there. We have Wandering Emperor pumping out Samurais or defending us against attacking creatures, of course. Sanctuary Warden, just a big bulldozer 6-drop. And Eternal Wanderer up here. I think this card is fantastic. It's really good. It makes 2 double striking Samurai tokens when you have a Mondrak in play, which is egregious. It's also a sweeper if you're behind, and it can flicker stuff. So yeah, that is the main deck. The previous list played Skitterbeam Battalion, which is the 5 mana make free 2/2s or 9 mana make free 4/4s with Trample and Haste. I don't see that card being, it's more or less the same stuff, and then yeah, you get 2 2/2s. I just added Wandering Emperor and Eternal Wanderer. I just like those more. They have more versatility, and getting more 2/2s for 2, even though they have haste, yeah, it's cool. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't seem that amazing in this deck. So yeah, sideboard, we're looking at sideboard. I also made a lot of changes. The sideboard was mostly one-offs. I suppose Ironic Velvet was trying a lot of stuff, and I just cleaned it up a little bit, cut down Duress, unless it's hers. I mean, there's not much to talk about. Rite of Oblivion is nice in the mid-range fights against mono white against other Planeswalker decks in the mirror match. I want to have another effect of these. Loran is going to be good. Yeah, against also a lot of decks in the format, right? That play these powerful 3-mana enchantments, Reckoner Bankbuster, etc. And we have a 4th Ob Nixilis. This one can come in against decks that have trouble with Planeswalkers, like mono white midrange, for example. And then we have some life gain options here with Sheoldred against the aggressive decks, Archangel to gain us some life against the aggro decks as well. Abrade and go for the throat cut down, solidify our removal suite. Alright, that's MARDU tokens. Let's get into it. Okay, on the play, let's go. Yeah, that's a keeper. We got down Mondrak. We don't have double white yet, but we are still keeping his hand. On the basis of just 2-drop and 3-drop. Opponent took a very long time there on the mulligan. I didn't check the mana base, to be totally honest with you. I hope it's fine. There's a lot of red-black lands in a mostly white deck. Yeah. You got it. Ob Nixilis. I guess I'll get that one out. Not that great here though. Because if they play another creature, they can attack it already. I mean, I get multiple copies. It makes attacks a little awkward. Make a devil. Plus. But yeah, my matchup against Monoblack should be pretty good with all the value enchantments. You're already doing just fine in this format if you have a bunch of 2-for-1s in your deck and tokens and so on and so on. Decks like Grixis, like the best of 3 ladder is mostly mid-range piles that try to outgrind each other, and I mean this deck is arguably pretty good at that. Another Underdark in the house, alright. Yeah, we got 16 white sources. Reasonable, I guess. We've just... yeah. Both? No, just... I'll chump this one. Ob Nixilis is a very proactive card. This is pretty sad. Yeah, I'll just minus it. It just doesn't make sense to plus it here, really. It's just gonna die and it's just gonna take some damage. Don't really care about their own life total in this situation. Okay, well. Not a very lucky start with 5 lands that don't produce white. Yeah, I could likely add another white source, go up to 17. Don't need much red in this deck. Yeah. I'll just clean board and hope to draw white and then drop this Wanderer. And yeah, they have 2 Underdogs in the grave, but that's not gonna be that good against double strikers. Okay. We gotta hope this Wanderer does the trick.
I've made it just in time. Show them
Even if they have a kill spell, they need another thing to crew this Bankbuster. Next turn we can drop Mondrak, and then we can make 2 double strikers. Okay, no Invoke Despair is big game. That was the card that I really didn't want to see here. I think Monoblack pretty much has to play Soul Transfer these days. I guess they can get away with Sheoldred's Edict to kill Planeswalkers. Yeah, it's a fine answer there too, I guess. Soul Transfer also getting rid of Sanctuary Warden and Owl the Dawn Skies. It's kind of nice. I can just trade with the Bankbuster, which I'm going to. Yeah, for sure. They have a removal. Well, go figure. Something like a Fable would be a nice top deck. Okay. Yeah. This is pretty good. So we get 2 goblins and we get 2 samurais. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice. I mean, double striking 2/2s is quite good. Opponent has a Sheoldred, alright. Good stabilizer here. We can flicker her and then swing in. At least with 3 creatures. It's likely gonna happen, actually. You can... yeah. Let's see. Another Mondrak. I don't need a second one, do I? But it does cost me another 2 life to throw this away. That's a land. So if I flicker this, they won't get it back until their next end step. And then I can swing in with like the double strikers and the 4/4. Keep back my goblins. They take a pretty big chunk here. I lose. I have 2 blockers then back on blocking duty. And they can get the shadow. I jump. I go to 4 from this coming back. They can crew here, block one of these, or block my Mondrak even. Takes 8, go to 6. Am I winning that race? Kind of have to draw something. But I don't see myself winning this any other way either. Like if I just sit here, make double strikers, am I gonna win that way? Maybe over the course of 2 attacks. Block, take like 8, 12. Could just do this. Played a little slower. These underdogs are gonna pain them as well. This game would have gone incredibly well for me if I would have had the white mana early on. Pretty sure. Wouldn't have been even close. Okay, so they go to 10. I have 12 damage. Okay, that's aggressive. Just gonna give up? No, okay. Why would you do that now, right? Like, to find something, but this actually gains you 2 life. Okay, that is pretty good. So now if I flicker the Sheoldred, they will have 2 blockers. It's not great for me. I need to draw something probably to win this game. Can't continue to do the flicker trick. That is something. That is very much something. Okay, so sack the Kiki, exile the Sheoldred. And then they're gonna crew the Bankbuster, and I can exile the Bankbuster. Swing in, they have to block, jump block, they go to 2. And then they're left with like a Bankbuster in play, me at 4 life. Oh, actually I can kill them, right? Yeah. Yeah, I have lethal. I missed that. I can just do this. I didn't miss it ultimately, but yeah. I have 3 ways to get a block out of the way. I have the right, and the Wanderer. So I have lethal here. I just gotta do things in the right order. I can flicker this, and then I have to sack the... I mean, you can also sack a Goblin. Okay. Get out of here. Rite of Oblivion, hell of a card in this deck for mid-range fights. Alright, sweet, sweet, sweet. What are we gonna do here? So they showed us multiple Bankbusters. Tenacious Underdog. I'm not the biggest fan of Ob Nixilis here. Yeah, I'm gonna add the right. Loran isn't that bad. Cutdown is potentially good. Misery Shadow. I like Abrade. Skrelv Hive, Resolute Reinforcements. Archangel of Wrath. It's pretty good in the late game. Go for the throat. Duress is reasonable. Nixilis. It's, I don't know, Monoblack deck is pretty creature heavy. They just attack this Planeswalker down easily, I think. Try Loran. All right. Always stay hydrated, kids. Skrelv Hive, potentially a card you could board out on a draw too. Like, not that good when you're behind. Maybe it shouldn't be a sideboard card actually. I mean, that and Ob Nixilis kinda mediocre when behind. Wandering Emperor goes down, yeah, as expected. Sleeper. Is this card good enough for this deck? The death trigger is kind of decent.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers. I've always hated crowds.
I guess I'm just gonna blitz and kill Liliana of the Requisitioner. That seems good. Didn't think that the blitz would come up so quickly, but hey, here we have it.
I'll be back with friends.
Invoke Despair is looking pretty annoying right now. Don't have anything to sacrifice. It's just gonna be a draw free. Quite nice against my hand, which relies on my opponent Yeah, I just relies on my opponent not to have a draw free. God, my hand is awful against the draw free. I'm good against creatures, play creatures, but I don't have creatures. Either they have more removal, sweepers, or very likely at least one Invoke Despair in their hand. That's my guess. My hand sucks really against that card. Duress. Well, you can have Duress all day long. Okay, maybe they don't have Invoke Despair. That's good. That's good news. Okay. I wonder. I'm just a little confused as to why they didn't play this the turn before. They just activated the sleeper. I guess they knew about my hand. Is Mondrak the card you want to cut? I mean, it's not going to be that good here. But I have a second copy in hand, so I'm just going to trade for whatever move they have left. Yeah. I mean, Mondrak is clearly not great when you have nothing else going on. Yeah, I'm just gonna not play my Mondrak. I'm waiting for more tokens. Go for the fraud. I'll use one. Sarah Paragon could be a nice sideboard card against Monoblack. Wedding Announcement and Fable in your deck. Some really good free drops to get back from the graveyard. And of course Bankbuster. They might have a second one in hand, huh? Cast it for 7. Bit surprised to see it here for 3 mana when they have 6 lands already in play. Makes me think they have a second one. Sleeper. They activated once. Yeah, just not enough mana to quite draw a card yet. They need 6. Requisitioner. I guess I'll just play the Mondrak now. Okay. Oh, frick. Oh yeah, they must have drawn that. Missing some sort of, you know, like if I don't draw Fable or Wedding Announcement, I guess my deck is kind of empty. Planeswalkers I have. Sanctuary Warden. There we have you. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna keep both these bad cards in my hand to cycle them away. Oh, come on. Yeah, good top deck. Okay. Unofficially flooding. 10 lands. Play this, make a treasure, will actually result in me having plenty of mana to cast the Wandering Emperor post combat as well. Alright. Theoretically, in these MARDU decks, you used to play Blood Type Harvester, especially when you have Fable. Yeah, opponent running pretty poor. No Bankbuster. Okay, alright. Interesting. Might want to have some more engines for the late game. More Planeswalkers. To be fair, I'm playing 3 6-drops. If I would have drawn any of those, that would have been good. But against like these grindy mid-range decks, you can't really have enough haymakers, can you? I reckon a Bankbuster is amazing against red-black too. I reckon a Bankbuster is just the killer sideboard card, really. It does it all, doesn't it? It also makes tokens. It even is good with Mondrak, right? You can crew it with Mondrak. You want to get in there on turn 4. And then later on you get 2 pilots and 2 treasures. No thank you. Okay. I guess I've been one of these. Maybe I'll take away the Resolute Reinforcement, actually. This one I can at least cycle on turn 3 to draw me a card. No, I just play a Fable. That's just fine. That works just fine for me. Okay. Wish I would have gotten the Mondrak out. What do I do here? I think I trade with my Requisitioner. I guess I could, technically I could go for the float to 1/1. It's a bit loose. I'll have so many treasures. I'll just do this, maybe. Can I will have a creature around to sacrifice to give an indestructible. Playing its mono white. They will snap up the block here. But attack with this, and I don't want to trade right now. Oh, nice. Target for my go for the throat. I have to do it now, because otherwise they can crew Bankbuster in my turn to have a good blocker. Take the double. Alright, that's fine. No. Not artifact creatures. Oof. This is really, really bad for me. Freaking Seraph. Gonna kill my Ob Nixilis here. Am I just supposed to do nothing? I don't think so. I mean, this is just... I don't even know. This is just game, probably. I have to draw a Rite of Oblivion off the top. ASAP. My deck is missing something. It's just missing a little bit more oomph, you know? I think there's too many 2-drops in this deck. Too many of these shitters or Skrelv Hive, and that should be... I should have more Planeswalkers. More redundant ways to make tokens. More high power cards. Less of these Requisitioners or Resolute Reinforcements or Skrelv Hive. Or even Ob Nixilis. I'm skeptical about this one. Might just be more of a sideboard card. It has its moments. Oh, that's a good go for the throw target. Nice. Rex Vindicator. This is also more of a sideboard card. I mean, you can't really afford to play a thing like this and go for the throw. This is so popular. All right. And then in the end, yeah, no, okay. No. Mono white. Who would have thought that mono white is the king of midrange these days? Kind of telling me that they have another spell to cast. Otherwise, why wouldn't you give this lifelink and just activate the Bankbuster? Skrelv Hive. Yeah, no, thank you. Betting announcement. Alright, I guess. Should I use a treasure? I'm plentiful rich, I guess so. Maybe you want more Rite of Oblivion in the main deck? Rite of Oblivion is a bit awkward, I get it, because it's not a 2-drop removal that you can just use when you're behind on turn 2. You need other stuff. But in this matchup, it would be egregiously good. And mono white midrange is one of the top decks in the format. Nah, you're telling me you drew another one? Why would you trade your 3-2 with my 1-1? Oh, you drew another one, didn't you? You drew another one, but I mean, I'm still gonna block. And just hope they didn't. I can't afford to take the damage either. Like, I'm gonna die. But yeah, I already know that I'm losing one of my enchantments here. Oh, they have that thing. Well, that's also pretty good. That's even better than another one. Yikes. Alright, I give up. I give up. You beat me. Mono white, mono white, mono white, mono white, mono white. Get these cut downs out of here. Requisitioner seems pretty bad. Like Loran. Like Rite. Duress, maybe? Abrade for the Banky Boy. Archangel of Wrath, just another Haymaker. Duress. Go for the throat. I mean, that deck is pretty good against Go for the Throat, but they have Vindicator. I mean, they might board that out though. But Sarah Paragon is a thing I have to kill. How good is Ob Nixilis? I think it should be good on the play at least, right? I mean, we don't have that many 2-drops now anymore. Maybe we can set it up with a Mondrak. Then the question is also, maybe you want to board up Mondrak here because they have laydown arms, just 1 mana kill it. No questions asked. This hand is awkward. I think I'm gonna mulligan. I'm playing some of the best enchantments in the game. I'm playing 8 of them. But just mulligan into one of them. Guess not. I'm gonna keep it nonetheless. Do I wait with the Duress a turn? I think so. Just give them another draw step to draw. Like to get more information. There's a Fable. Okay, easy game. Interesting. I guess I take the laydown arms. Yeah, Sarah Program is a type of card I could see myself playing in here as well. Playing Mondrak here doesn't make any sense. They have Depopulate. I guess that's not entirely true. Ooh. Actually, I could have played Mondrak, yeah. And then I get the 2 treasures, and then I can, if they depopulate, I can sack treasure to make mana, then sack the other treasure and the goblin to give indestructible. Why are you doing this?
I'm not overconfident. Yet just underwhelming. Keep watch for intruders.
Interesting.
Finally, I'm home. We've got the edge in this fight. I have got new moves to teach you. I would run if I were you.
You get twice the tokens with Kiki. It's kind of cool. I'm just gonna pay myself life here. I think I want to keep those treasures around in case I draw a Rite of Oblivion or something. No, don't tell me you have laid on arms. That'd be disgusting. Okay, maybe they don't. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's make 2 samurais. Let's make 2 more samurais, shall we? Can also flicker the token to kill it off. Not attacking with the Mondrak. I don't want to run into a Wandering Emperor. I'm telling you, you don't even have to be MARDU, right? You could just be Boros, play Wedding Announcement and Fable, and then play all the white token producers that you have lying around. I don't know. Yeah, Skrelv Hive, I guess. If you want to do that, or these Planeswalkers, they are pretty good token producers. That are just good cards on their own too, right? That's what you want to have. You don't want to put the Requisition and Resolute Reinforcements and Ob Nixilis in your deck, which are these rather mediocre cards in a lot of circumstances. That's really nice. This is a Planeswalker killer, the Seraph. Coming down, giving flying.
I guess that's it then.
6, 8, 12, 16 damage. I'll just make more samurais.
Keep your eyes sharp.
I'm gonna attack all here. They can block one of my 2/2s, it's fine. To take a big chunk of damage. Turn a Wanderer. You can also flicker one of your own creatures and then play a Sweeper, or play like another one of these and -4, and then you get the creature back at the end step. There's so many little things you can do with this thing. And it also has kind of 4 abilities, right? You can only attack with 1 creature. So my opponent could give flying to the samurai, but they can only attack with 1 creature on the Wanderer, so they can't kill it. I also have the ability to get Emperor into play, actually. Yeah. I should have played the land first. I can Takenuma for free, and then I have to sack 2 treasures. Play the land first, I only have to sack 1 treasure. Alright, opponent's deep in the tank here. Don't want to lose. But I don't know how you're getting out of this one. Even the Farewell isn't really good enough. Because my Wanderer sticks around. And having more Planeswalkers will also insulate you against Farewell, which is an egregiously good card against this deck otherwise. Keep on just taking it all. I kind of want to play a Planeswalker deck. Maybe Esper Planeswalkers or something. And then top the curve off with this thing. You got it. Guess I could have put another counter on this thing. Yeah, okay. Good. So now we're on a draw. So they want to fight me with Depopulates. Temporary Lockdown is a card that these mono white decks sometimes play in the sideboard. That is a really scary one. What am I doing? Am I just answering that with Duress? Don't like Ob Nixilis as much on the draw, especially against the Seraph. My deck is kind of mediocre against the Seraph. Don't have many answers to it. Just, I mean, the Rite of Oblivion. If I draw one Rite of Oblivion, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, Grixis midrange is, on paper, if you just look at all the cards in the format, Grixis midrange looks fantastic, right? It has so many good cards. And it was a dominating force in the previous meta game. But then if I see this matchup, mono white against MARDU tokens, all the, like, the Planeswalkers and stuff, Grixis will have a hard time grinding through these decks, especially against that mono white deck. But yeah, also against this MARDU deck, it doesn't seem like a good strategy to play. Depending on how the metagame evolves, it might just be off the table. Restoration of Eiganjo. You can draw cards immediately with this vetting announcement too. I can just get my Fable going. I mean, the idea of playing Fable and then Mondrak on turn 4 is pretty appealing. Get those 2 treasures. They don't want to ramp? Okay. No ramping. Usually, you always ramp if you have another land. But they didn't want to do that there, I guess. For some reason. What are we doing here? I kind of want land drops. Discarding this. Maybe the Abrade. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ditch the Abrade. Skrelv Hive, okay. Well, the depop, I guess I could have. Yeah, maybe I was hasty playing my Fable there. The betting announcement would have been a lot better against that depop. And it was kind of the perfect turn as well for them to depop, because it was one turn before the Architect went off. So I maybe should have just played Wedding Announcement attack with both creatures. Then they can't really depop on that turn. And then if they depop on the next turn, they would at least lose the Architect. I'll take the damage, go 12. Again, Rite of Oblivion would just be the absolute best draw. They have a removal for the Kiki as well. At least my Sanctuary Warden is gonna live, right? Right. You have another ossification. Okay, that's a good sign. Paragon. Okay. I need a Rite of Oblivion so bad. I'm gonna attack with this Warden. I have an Eiganjo. Oops, sorry about that. Playing around with my... Oh, wow, hello. That's nice. I could even set up a swing with everybody and then just shoot the stuff down that they blocked. Like, if they block with Paragon and block the tokens, this could work, could work. Yeah, let's go for it. You want to kill that guy, yeah? Okay. Put 2 counters on each permanent. You're not gonna do that, are you? You're gonna look for stuff. Huh. Well, now I guess I'll just Eiganjo this. What did you find? A Loran would actually be kind of bad for me, because then I could blow up the Wedding Festivity and I would lose my Sanctuary Warden. Getting 2 farmhands. Okay, that's kind of cute. I don't mind that too much. Actually, yeah, no. Okay. I think I will just make Sokenzan tokens here. They're 2/2s, so it's kind of good. I can surprise block the Architect. That's doing things in the wrong order. Now I have 6 in the air and 4 to the face. Looks like I got lethal. They didn't even want to attack the Architect, even though it has Vigilance. Yeah, swing in. Cast with kicker, please. Shoot, shoot. We'll play, let's go. Yeah, sure. Monoblack again? No, Esper. Make disappear. It's a great card against my deck. Against all these value free drops. Requisitioner. What am I even playing against? Some sort of Esper control deck? I don't think it's Esper midrange. By now they would have played a free drop at least, like a wedding announcement or something. Yeah, it seems to be some sort of control deck. They might have Wandering Emperor. Sheoldred's Edict. Okay. Guess I could have cast another Ob Nixilis there too, but getting the Skrelv's Hive out is kind of nice. I'm gonna get that thing going as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna jam my Sanctuary Warden quite yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna do Ob Nixilis with a copy here. And this is the matchup where the card shines. Drain, drain, drain. Deluge. Sure, sure, sure. Find yourself a farewell. It's not gonna help. Sheoldred's Edict. You got me. I'm not getting any life anymore. Too bad. Too bad.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Drain, drain, drain. So now we have a choice. Either slam or pass the turn of Emperor. Okay, so this is some sort of Planeswalker deck, but no Planeswalkers apparently. They seem to struggle against Planeswalkers already. I think I'm just gonna pass. My Emperor up. Another Deluge. What are you looking for? I could jam my Emperor now while they're tapped out. No negates or nothing. Probably correct to do so. I'll let him make a choice with the Memory Deluge first, and then I cast my Emperor. Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna try to make this card work too. Okay, Rite of Oblivion officially has something to do now. Okay. Get a negate in your hand or what? No? Okay. Plus on the might. And yeah, just keep on plussing on the Ob Nixilis. Ruska in the bin. Yeah. Let's go. And make disappear. Okay. I don't know what my opponent's strategy is. Let's cast these memory delusions, but how are they ever gonna get out of this situation, you know? They won't, to be honest. That's... yeah. They just won't. There's no planar cleansing, is there? I mean, I guess there is. There's the Ursa Silex. And Khan Silex. Maybe they have those, who knows? Then we can end of turn Resolute Reinforcements. So we even have that angle covered. Yeah. I don't really know what's going on. It's a bit all over the place. Wandering Emperor, okay. And people wish for these types of decks to be good. But I think you gotta be more board-centric. If you want to build an Esper Planeswalkers deck, you gotta just have removal and sweepers, just a bunch of Planeswalkers. Memory Delusion, it works when you have infinite counterspells. Then maybe you can build a Memory Deluge deck. The opponent has just a mixture of various things. It doesn't really seem to add up. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay, so cut down and go for the throat look pretty bad. Ob Nixilis great, Rite great, Duress good. Archangel can shoot Planeswalkers. Sheoldred is just a big haymaker. Loran hits the Ikamoon Gauntlet. Unlicensed Tourist gets rid of Memory Deluge, which actually does come up. Maybe you are just a card I add. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's a vast variety of Planeswalkers you can play. You have Wandering Emperor, you have Eternal Wanderer, you have Teferi, you have Raska. Then at the lower mana stage, I mean, you have Jace, which is a free drop. You can play that. It's decent. I mean, even the plus on Jace is kind of okay against some creatures. It's not going to be good against Goblin Shamans, and it's not good against a lot of little tokens. But if your opponent just plays, I don't know, a Glissa, you can -3, +1, and give it -3, -0. And then you can play a Planeswalker on turn 4, like a Wandering Emperor, or I don't know, a Sorin. Or a Teferi, I guess you could play that one. It's a bit weak. Maybe it has some synergies. This hand, I guess, is fine because of Fable. Make disappear? I'd love that. If they make disappear this Requisitioner, I mean, I guess go for the throat isn't really that good. Celestius. Okay, I guess Loran might just be a good option for game 3 potentially. They have Celestius and the Gauntlet. It's already 2 targets. Nixilis. What do I do? Free cards over there. I kind of want to keep both my lands and the Requisitioner because I have Ob Nixilis, so I have a nice turn 5 setup with Requisitioner into Ob Nixilis. I guess I just cast the Mondrak here. And I keep the other Mondrak as well. Just keep everything. Just force the issue. You gotta have an answer. You got that go for the throat? What's in the tank? What's going on? Okay. No, they misclicked. Oh my god. They chose the wrong mode. That is... Phew. I hope that never happens to me, but... I would be surprised if I someday I misclick on this thing too. Each opponent sacrifices a creature token, a non-token creature. Oh, do I have Flesh Gorger in the deck? Okay, this is just a Esper binder now. Favorite Esper cards in my binder. Alright, I think this turn is pretty straightforward. I guess I could have played Mondrak. Then my next turn would have been egregiously good with Blitz and then sacrifice, draw a card, and get double token. But if I just play Mondrak here and they have like a Depop, that's also pretty bad. Okay, have a mood disappear. I guess that make disappear would have been eaten up by that Mondrak. I'm gonna make a devil here. Celestius, yep. No cards in hand. This is the turn. Alright, nothing. Cool. Maybe you shouldn't have played that island. So you might want to discard it.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Wombo combo here. Pay. Sack these friends. Shoot, shoot. Okay. The vetting announcement. Plus. Really, I mean, I guess I could get another Ob Nixilis. It is the token right over here. Okay, let's do that. Let's figure out if this actually works. Deal 1. Get a token. Doesn't work for the Mondrak, huh? Weird. Would be created under your control. Guess that's not creation. I don't know. Guess that's not creation. That's all I can think of. That makes Ob Nixilis worse. Yeah, it's still a token producer. And it works with the other tokens, but it is worse. That Kaya card is pretty freaking... It's a hell of a magic card, but it costs 7 mana. But it does a lot of strong things. But it all doesn't matter because my opponent's deader than dead. So yeah, this deck felt pretty good. I like it, but I think I would do some changes in the direction of moving less of these 2-drops, probably getting rid of the Ob Nixilis as well. Yeah, I'm just eyeing Bloodtithe Harvester because that card is just so nice and always good, and gives you that flexible 2-drop that's good with Rite of Oblivion too, which is a card I've really liked. It'll probably go up in numbers there. And yeah, but if you trim on these, you could even just get rid of the black altogether and be a Boros deck. Be more like the mono white mid-range decks, but have Mondrak. And then combo around that a little bit. At that point, we're morphing into a mono white mid-range deck, maybe just cutting the Mondrak, and we're playing mono white mid-range. And there we have the best deck. No, I mean, there's debate, to be fair, if mono white mid-range, but that's for a different video, wants to play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It could splash it, right, with Jetmir's Garden and Battlefield Fortress, etc. Yeah, Ob Nixilis was a hit or miss. It was really good against the control opponent. But then against the aggressive decks or the decks that put creatures to the ground or flyers, it's kind of embarrassing, especially something like Esper Legends that you don't want to have Ob Nixilis there. Yeah, for Wandering Emperor could be a thing. More Eternal Wanderers. That card is really, really strong. And when it showed up, it just won the game for us. On multiple occasions, right? Every time it showed up, it won the game. Yeah. If you don't get rid of this thing, it's crazy. In any case, that is MARDU tokens for you guys. You can also let me know if you want to make any changes. But yeah, those early drops and Ob Nixilis are the ones I'm questioning. And yeah, can't go wrong with Bloodtithe Harvester, can you? Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.